It's a second or two ahead.
All right, here we go. Coming in 5. Clear your throats. Here we go. Coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Begin.
All right, welcome back to Spotlight on the Valley. Cut it. Real quick.
You can stop it.
Stop.
Begin.
All right, welcome back to Spotlight on the Valley here on 1680 AM. This is Jeff Crow, as usual. Today I'm joined by Camille Sanders. Welcome, Camille.
Hi, Jeff. How are you?
Very, very good. How about yourself?
Doing well, thank you.
Well, you know, folks, I don't blame her for doing very well at all because she's in a pretty fun business, it looks like. According to her card here, and she'll explain obviously a lot more about what she does, she's a certified destination wedding and romance specialist.
Yep, definitely travel specialist.
How many years, by the way?
I've been in the travel for over 28 years, and I have been doing romance travel for over 12.
That makes her a specialist. 12 years of solid work in the industry for romance, just the romance side, not just the travel. The travel, you got a lot more. So definitely the lady to call for that. Can you let our audience know a bit about what you do? Give them a clue. What is? I'm sure they know a little bit. Tell them a little something about
Chic Romance Travel. I do destination weddings, so I set up weddings abroad, Mexico, Caribbean, South Pacific, Italy, for those that want to get away, especially out of this heat in the summer.
Yes.
And do a destination wedding abroad. And it's great because you can have a lot of fun with your friends and family and get away, to a beautiful area to get married.
Yeah, absolutely. So speaking of which, since we're almost the middle of July, how far out do they have to plan these in order to do it? Could they still do it in theory in September? I don't know.
They could actually, and my closest wedding I've done was literally 30 days out.
Hey.
And it was, small, intimate. It was the bride and groom and a couple couples that had taken off and did a destination wedding. Most couples on average will, usually a year to year and a half out for a destination wedding. It gives their guests plenty of time to
take time off work, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, and make payments toward their travel plans, so it's not a huge financial hit.
Speaking of, you brought up a great subject. Are these affordable?
Yes, they are. On average, most guests will stay 3 to 4 nights for a destination wedding, and it's usually $1,200 to $1,500 per person is pretty average and that's an all-inclusive. So all your meals, your accommodation, your drinks, including alcohol.
Hey,
yep.
Some people that's a bargain
that's a
alone,
bargain.
right?
Even if you don't drink, that's still a bargain.
Oh, absolutely.
Activities, entertainment, tips are included. Your tax for the hotel is included. And when I say food, I'm talking like a la carte style, nice restaurants.
It's not like a hometown buffet.
No, exactly.
On the boat.
Yeah, steak, lobster. I mean, you could easily drop $80 to $150 easily. If you had to pay for a dinner
Well, there
at
you
one
go.
of these places.
Nice,
yeah.
nice. So,
Yeah.
when you say destination wedding, are you talking about themed as well, or are you? How far can you go along into this? If they go to Mexico, let's say, or Italy, or whatever, do you get into a specific theme?
Yeah, some couples will do themed type wedding, but most don't, just because the ambiance and the where the destination that they're at has so much to offer that they don't have to necessarily have the pink and brown polka dots,
right?
But some couples want that, and we can accommodate that.
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and customize that. So
so let's say somebody wants to go to Mexico, for instance. What options do they have? Is it the western coast, eastern coast, Yucatan?
All of it. They can actually go to any of it. I just got back from Cabo a week and a half ago, and there's some great places for honeymoons, anniversaries to do a destination wedding that we can help them with.
Introduce your significant other to Sammy Hagar.
Yes, exactly. Puerto Vallarta is another great place on the Pacific. If they're looking for that blue turquoise water, not the dark blue Pacific Ocean water we have, then I recommend the Cancun Riviera Maya Acapulco. area, which is south of the Cancun area. It's beautiful coastline, beautiful beaches throughout there, and the water is just the crystal blue color.
Yeah,
So-
that's one of the great things about the South and Mid-Atlantic areas is that the water's a little bit different than the Pacific coast, but all of it seems to be rather nice.
Right,
So,
it is.
You off the air, folks. Camille told me a story about the Hurricane Bride. You want to expand on that?
Sure. A few years ago, I had a couple that I booked to Bahamas for them and their wedding guest. And there was actually a hurricane coming in that particular month, and she was determined to have her wedding in the Bahamas. We had it at on the Grand Bahamas island, and anyways, so everybody flew in. Grandparents got as far as Miami, got stuck there, flew in the next morning for the wedding on Saturday. They literally got married in the eye of the storm. And then we evacuated everybody out. And then the couple was supposed to stay on to have their honeymoon, because I also do honeymoons, and stay on for their honeymoon for that week anyways. And the weather was supposed to be really bad. So we ended up booking them into Cabo. And I think it was, 2014, when Cabo got hit with that really bad hurricane. Yep, they were in it. And so they left one destination. Yep. So I call her my Hurricane Bride. So.
And yeah, that might have been a message from above that perhaps they're both choosing the wrong person. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I would think that is a bad jinx if I. But hey, you did your part. You've got to move from spot to spot.
Exactly. And what was nice about that, like all travel agents can offer, by using my services, not only am I planning and booking for you to go, but I'm there during the trip as far as, if you're on site or have an issue, you pick up the phone, send me a text, or, contact me on any of my social media platforms, and I'm there to help you. And then make sure that you get back home safely, especially when you're traveling abroad. You're in a foreign country, sometimes places you don't even speak the language, so it's always good to have a travel agent.
Yes, absolutely. People, and I saw this directly the first time I went to Mexico, not as a 21-year-old going into Tijuana, actually going further south as an older guy. A lot of people assume they're in the USA still, and they are not.
Nope.
And they find out the laws are a little bit different, and you can't. And the other thing I noticed too is a lot of them will walk around and assume they can do anything they want because it's a vacation.
Right.
It's like, wait a minute, if you're in America and you go to a destination here, you still have rules and this and that.
Right. And Europe, I used to book a lot of student budget teacher travel for years and do study abroad programs, and we always had issues with certain college students that would just, fly into France or fly into, Spain or Prague or somewhere.
What could go wrong if you send a 19-year-old to France for their first time, find out they can drink at 18 there?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
And then really after they go to the Netherlands, I won't say.
Yeah, don't need to go any further with that one.
All right, we have about a minute and 45 seconds left. So let's get your info out there. So go ahead, let's say it a couple times here.
Sure. chicromancetravel.com is my website. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. At Chic Romance Travel, so I'd love the follow. And then 800-432-1752 is my number to reach us.
Yes, and by the way, if you get a call back, if you leave a message, if you get a call back from a 530 number, answer it. It's not a telemarketer, it's her.
That's right.
Okay?
I have two numbers.
I can vouch for that.
My 800 number is the best way.
Yes.
And definitely leave a message.
Absolutely.
So if you don't reach me direct.
It's Camille Sanders, and remember, she is a certified destination wedding and romance specialist, and you can book Caribbean, South Pacific, Mexico, and even though it's not on the card, Italy of course, and
honeymoons, group travel, anniversaries. Yeah.
Absolutely. This is great right here. Most definitely. So, again, if you need to call her, 1-800-432-1752. 1-800-432-1752, and make sure that you try to plan this out as far in advance as you can, I would assume.
But we can't help it, it's last minute.
She can do everything. Yeah. There's not a single thing she can't do. She can even save you from a hurricane.
Right.
Twice. So, anyhow, we'll be right back with our next guest here on Spotlight on the Valley here on 1680 AM. Thank you so much, Camille, for joining us.
Thank you again, Jeff.
Oh,
appreciate it.
And by the way, her son as well is here. Maybe next time we'll get him on the air. All right, we'll be right back.
Got it.